All right, we are officially live. Let's see if we get anybody to come and say hello.
Yeah, well, let me know when somebody comes in because I'm over here doing another tab.
It's been quite a busy week online. I've been restreaming this. I told you about that candidate who was smoking crack on the live. Well, she's running, and we've been restreaming.
Is that the one that got her car beat up or something?
Her car beat up.
Vandalized?
No, different one. Different one.
Okay. Oh, we got Melissa.
That was funny. Somebody called that porn music. Hey, Melissa.
That's some awfully goddamn porn music. Jesus Christ!
Somebody called it.
You get better porn music in an elevator.
Somebody called it porn music a while back, and I was like, "Really? What kind of porn you been watching?"
Seriously, yeah, that's some awfully bad porn,
right? Melissa has missed you, and I know Hilda has missed you too.
Hi, Hilda.
Yeah, it's been a very week filled with this candidate. Been streaming her, just streaming. You know, she goes live. I'll pop it here on share the page, and been commentary like we're watching sports, and been rather entertaining. So you didn't work today or what? Or you were off early or whatever?
No, I worked today. When you texted me, I had just parked my bus, and I was going to fish fry with my friend Carl. She's fucking awesome.
It is an actual Carl, or you're just calling her Carl?
Okay, so have I told you the story behind Carl?
Yes, you did. You told us.
All right, so you know the definition of Carl then.
By the way, everybody, whoever's here, this is my friend Bam.
Yo, what up?
That one. That's Bam. Known each other for years, working together at the airline industry, and Bam's a badass. He speaks his mind. Go Bam.
So I started saying Carl in place of motherfucker, because we all know motherfucker has two definitions. One being the derogatory term, and the other one, if you ever Googled motherfucker, it pretty much means impressive person.
Right.
So my friend Carl, definition number 2, her real name is Alex. But
okay.
So Carl and I went to a fish fry tonight.
Hey, Steffi.
What's up, Steph?
Fish fry, okay. So
we had fish, and she is the union rep and also one of my trainers. Hi, Dina. So I bounce shit off of her every so often, and I got some fucking beauties, let me tell you. Sweet Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Sweet man. Jumping Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Jumping Jesus, no.
Jumping Jesus. Yeah. So tonight I had 2 girls on my bus screaming. I thought we were going to have a cat fight for sure. I mean, talk about the claws coming out, hair getting ripped off. I mean, they were going at it. And I'm like, y'all just need to calm down and stop with the F-bombs. I said, Christ almighty, you swear more than I do, and I'm an ex-sailor. And she goes, but you don't understand. She's sharing shit. I said, save it for Oprah. I don't care.
How old are these people?
Well, they're 7th and 8th grade, so they're anywhere from 12 to 14.
12, yeah.
Very difficult ages. Extremely difficult. Hormones are fucking raging. I mean, they're naming shit for body parts. Wow. Yeah. I can't keep up with them now. Jesus Christ, I thought I knew every fucking term there was for a dick.
Oh man, we were just talking about that. We're talking about that HBO series called Euphoria.
Oh, I've seen it.
Have you seen that thing?
I have. It's pretty good. I mean, for a bunch of crackheads. And I love crackhead TV. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love the crackheads. They're great entertainment.
Oh, we've got one crackhead for you that you would enjoy.
I love a good crackhead.
I should have brought you on earlier. You'd be
really fucking love.
I got to show you a video. You'd be impressed.
Yeah, they're great for entertainment.
Oh man. This one is running for Congress.
Yeah, I've seen the little tidbits you put out here and there, and yeah, wow. Yeah, so yeah, I've seen Euphoria. It's not bad. I kind of feel bad for that drug head girl. I think she's gonna end up killing herself at some point.
Okay, just don't spoil anything. I've seen 1.5 episodes.
Yeah, but I'm trying to decide if she's actually a lesbian, a bisexual, or a heterosexual. Danielle.
And see, and these are things that I don't know. Maybe I've been so out of since mine are way grown up and gone, but I've been out of that elementary school, high school scene for such a long time. Things have changed, apparently.
No, it hasn't changed.
Oh yeah, they have. At least for me, high school wasn't like this, like Euphoria. I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, I'm not that old, but
well, no, well, in some circles it was. In some circles, you had your drug circles, you had your cliques. So yeah, I mean, I can see it. But I really didn't experience the whole sex and the drugs and everything until after I got out of high school, and then after I experienced the sex, and I'm really not bragging, and I'm 10,000% serious when I say this. I've slept with probably over 800 men.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I'm not bragging. And it's amazing that I didn't catch something that Ajax wouldn't take off.
800.
Yeah. Well, you get bored, you just go to Chicago and, flop up in an old bathhouse and fuck anybody and everybody, especially when you're on whatever fucking drug of the week there is.
So for those of you who don't know him, I thought I'd go into detail because you just did into great detail. But Bam is, do you consider yourself part of the alphabet people?
Okay, yeah, so I don't understand this whole don't say gay thing. And then I finally read the state of Florida, they've actually passed it through their House of Congress. They're waiting for it to be signed. And I kind of get it, but I don't get it. Because from what I read and from what I understand, you're not supposed to say gay, homosexual, lesbian, whatever in school. This is all for school. This isn't like in general public.
Yeah.
And you can't talk about it. Okay, well, that's when you really need to talk about it, because these fucking kids aren't going to learn it from any place else except from the internet, and then they're learning the wrong shit, like I do.
Yeah, and other stuff.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I've slept with as many men as I slept with, because I did not know. And it's like, oh, well, it's fun, it feels good, just fucking do it. Okay, well, yeah, then you're fucking drugged out, you're on crack, you're on coke, you're doing fucking ecstasy. Well, it wasn't called ecstasy then, but
what was a drug back then?
It was Tina, pretty much what meth is.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of like early 90s, I think Tina came out, which is actually meth. I think it was the early 90s. Pretty sure it was the early 90s. I fucking don't know. I can't remember.
Wow, a true man whore you are.
I was. I mean, if it had 2 legs and a dick and it was halfway decent looking, I was fucking it.
Bam gets more booty than a toilet bowl.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because my friend Carl, I said, I can look at any guy's ass and know what it looks like naked. I've seen that much ass in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, aside from whether or not it's hairy, although I can guess, just from like the amount of hair on their arms, I can guess if they have a hairy ass or not. But, pretty much 99.9% of men have a hairy ass crack. But then you have the hairy ass crack that protrudes out the ass crack onto the cheeks. Like Chewbacca.
Oh.
No, that's one hairy ass.
Is that what they call a bear?
Yeah, a really hairy guy is a bear. And a polar bear is an old hairy guy.
There you go, the ass whisperer.
Oh, sweet Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Hey, what's up, Juan Carlos?
Yeah, but this is when these kids need to be talking about sex, and it doesn't matter, whether it's heterosexual sex, gay sex, lesbian
but
sex,
among
whatever.
each other is one thing. Like I'm not into this. The teachers talking about it like specifically or graphically or whatever.
Well, they shouldn't go into graphic detail, and they definitely shouldn't show porn. But I remember my sex ed class, and we were taking a test, and there was a question on there, something about a condom. And I looked up to the teacher, and I'm like, well, "What's a condom?" And she mouthed. I'm like, "What?" And she did it like 4 or 5 times because I didn't get it. Finally, one of my friends turned around and said, "Rubber." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, a lot of kids don't know medical terms and all this other shit. They need to go into some sort of detail, because if they don't, because parents don't talk to their kids about sex. They really don't.
Yeah, like very generically they do.
Yeah, it's a taboo topic. You don't talk about it. It doesn't exist. No,
Yeah.
that was the serial killers back in the 70s. That was the perverts back in the 70s. You don't talk
Yeah.
about it. They don't exist. Motherfucker, they exist.
Right. Yeah, he's right here. He says sexual maturity age has gotten lower since the 60s. I remember, it was very, you can't touch me until I'm 18 or 21 or get married or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's the opposite. Now it's
you have fucking 9-year-olds getting pregnant.
Yeah.
It's really sad, and these kids need to learn about sex and safe sex.
Hungry Hippo.
What's up, Hippo?
Oh yeah, I know, right? You enter the room and you're talking, and you're listening to
about sex.
You're listening to hairy ass.
I can turn anything sexual. It's a gift and a curse.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Some people know, some people don't know, and there's neighborhoods in every city, I imagine. I was telling people about the neighborhood I grew up in, Boys Town, Chicago.
One of the gayest neighborhoods in the country.
Yeah, very, and that's where my acceptance of people, just in general, not just gay people, but I'm lucky to have grown up in Chicago. It was a freaking melting pot from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, homophobe or any of that crap, I am not. I don't agree with things like trans sports, like the swimmer in Penn State.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Yeah, that's
missed you too, Hip. You're a hippo. No, but to answer the question, am I an alphabet person? No, I just consider myself a gay man. I'm a person.
But that's your tribe. You're within that tribe, obviously.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't understand the whole thing of, well, I'm non-binary. Okay, well, no, maybe in your head you're non-binary, but your body is definitely a binary body.
Yeah, isn't binary like one or
it's
zero?
Either a 1 or a 0.
And if you're non-binary,
either a man or a woman.
So if you're non-binary, then you're nothing.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. Yeah,
or you're one or the other at your choice. Well, today I want to be a man, so I'm going to put a strap on and walk around with a dick in my pants. And I don't get it. And today's kids, they have to label fucking everything. They have to fucking label every fucking thing. They don't even, it's not bisexual anymore. I can't remember what they call it because I had to ask.
There's bisexual, trisexual, pansexual, asexual.
That one, pansexual.
Pansexual.
I'm like, well, what the fuck's a pansexual? I asked my bus assistant because she's like 18 and she's still in high school. And she's like, oh, it's pretty much a bisexual. I'm like, well, what was wrong with bisexual? She's like, well, it's got to have a new name. I don't fucking get it. I really don't.
Yeah, that's
pansexuals, they just love everything.
See, stuff like pansexual or bisexual, I get. But then when you start adding, like Paul says here, one that's being used around a lot is fluid. Gender fluid. And I don't know, that isn't that bisexual, I guess? Fluid?
Well,
does fluid mean you go with the flow or whatever? Or
I have no idea what fluid is, but back in my day, we didn't call them bisexuals. We called them fence jumpers.
Fence jumpers.
Yeah, from one side of the fence to the other side of the fence. They didn't know what they wanted. Or
Yeah.
breeders. We call them breeders too.
Breeders. Yeah, straight people we call breeders. But I mean, did any of that? I don't know. I don't know. It's going to turn into an interview. When did you first start feeling that? I know we talked about this before a long time ago, but some of these people don't know. When did you start feeling like,
I knew that I liked guys at a very young age. I can remember falling in, well, I'm going to say love, although it wasn't love. It was probably more or less of infatuation. Remember Starsky and Hutch?
Yes, Starsky and Hutch.
Okay, I had the hots for Hutch. Okay, so that was the 70s.
Was he the blonde guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
so that was in the 70s, that TV show. Okay, I was born in the late 60s. So from about 7 or 8, I knew I was attracted to guys, or I liked guys.
So you were, okay. And your parents or people around you, was it obvious? Or
That was not obvious. I think Mom figured it out at some point when I was in high school, but she never said anything. But moms always know. They know.
Yeah.
They may not say anything, but they know.
Yeah. Hungry Hippo, yeah. It's called gender fluid is what they call the term.
Yeah, well,
and I suppose I can look it up, but I don't know if that's going to tell me anything.
That's not what I think of when I think of fluid. And you put gender in front of it, then I'm thinking about like juices.
Gender fluid, denoting or relating to a person who does not identify themselves as having a fixed gender.
See, there you go. What was wrong with non-binary? We have to call it a fluid now,
right?
See, moms know.
There's Ani. She says this mom knows. Huh? You think you know? Let's just give it a year or two. There's stuff that you don't know.
Well, and moms probably know when they see their kids at a very young age. Like, something's not right there. Well, he'll grow out of it. Well, and then come to find out he never grew out of it. Wearing mom's clothes or high heel shoes and walking around in a blouse. And next thing you know, little Joey's in mom's makeup. And he'll grow out of it. No, he won't grow out of it. Trust me.
And this is not a conversation about gender or sex or trans. We're just talking about
all this don't say gay thing. And when
it's because I said, do you consider yourself LGBT? And he goes, oh, you mean gay? You're like, all right. And after we talked about this before, so it's not like I didn't want to say it. I was just trying to.
Well, when they first started this don't say gay thing, I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? Why can't I not say gay? Is this kind of like you can't say mom and dad and grandma and grandpa type shit? I mean, what the fuck is that? Now all of a sudden you can't say gay? Well, and then I read why the state of Florida passed their don't say gay through the House. I'm like, okay, well, it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that since we're on that topic of, let's say trans, I guess they're trans males competing in female sports.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Trans female. I don't know. I'm a little confused. Born as a man, transitioning to a woman. But in that case, I don't think her name is Leah. And Leah is a swimmer at Penn State, joined the women's swim team. She's like 6'2".
Okay. Does she
broad
still have a
shoulders.
penis?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he has a penis on a women's swim team.
Yeah. And not all, I'm going to say some of the teammates are uncomfortable with it. In the locker, he goes into the locker rooms.
I'd be uncomfortable with it too. There's a man in here. And if you still have testicles, your balls are producing testosterone, which makes you stronger. But yet now you're trying to say that you're a woman, but I'm sorry, you're not a woman because you have a stump pipe and you have balls. And until you get that shit cut off and all that testosterone's out of your body, you're still a fucking man.
Right, yeah. And no matter what kind of injections of whatever you take, I don't think you can ever take enough to actually. You can't reverse anything.
No, because you were born a man, you're still going to have a man's body. And and I'll tell you, I've seen some pretty drag queens. I've seen some beautiful fucking drag queens.
Yeah, I have. Yep.
But there's a difference. That is a man pretending to be a woman, and they look good. Now you have a man that's transgender, living as a woman, and the motherfucker's ugly as hell. And you're like, oh my God, that's just a man in a dress. And 9 times out of 10, it is a man in a dress.
Yeah, and the scary part is when you have those people who want to say that they're trans,
and they're
or identify as a female, just so they can hang around girls or go into the girls' locker room or use the women's restroom, and to what? When does it end? I mean, you have to
motherfucker, I identify myself as a multi-billionaire. So there you have that. Where's my yacht?
You're a billionaire.
Where's my fucking yacht?
Nope. At the risk of sounding like it's the anatomy and physiology of a man and woman are built differently. Yeah.
I totally agree. We are built differently.
And I don't understand the actual...
You have a round booty. Men have flat booties. Square booties. Hey, Shonda! Square flat butts is what men have. Girls have round plump butts.
Let me see. Do I have her up here?
I don't know. Do you have her up there?
Because I wanted to see. I remember she's tall. She's 6'1". And when I'm going to call her she, all right?
Call it in it.
When she stood around her teammates, I mean, she was tall and wide. Her shoulders very wide. What do you call that? Like a long swimmer's body, lanky, or what do you call that?
Lanky.
And it's like...
Now, I've seen tall women. I mean, I've seen some Amazon women that are like 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Serena Williams. She's every bit of 6'2", 6'3".
Is she really?
Yeah, and she's got very broad shoulders.
Tall as Serena Williams. 5'9". See, she's only 5'9".
Well, she looks like 6'3". I mean, she's taller than my ass when I seen her in Cincinnati.
But so back to Leah, she's got a swimmer's build. She's wide in the shoulders. Hands are real big. Long hamstrings.
Say about big hands.
Yeah, and feet. She's got big feet.
Well, she's got big hands. She's gonna have an extremely deep vajayjay when they slice that weenie up.
Oh no, let's not talk about that because that's.
I can go get a hot dog and show you how they do it.
I'll trust you on that. I'll trust you on that. Square booty. Yeah. So when they want to start a family, they stop the testosterone or estrogen so they can conceive.
They're not going to be able to conceive. They don't have a uterus. They don't have ovaries, so they cannot conceive. They cannot have a implanted embryo implanted in them because there's no place to implant it. So they will always be a man.
And it pisses me off, and I think it was People magazine when they had the world's first world's first pregnant man. And I remember seeing that magazine going, "It's not a freaking man."
Not. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. Tickle me, rub me, hear me shout. I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
Very good. That's if they have bottom surgery. Many don't have bottom surgery, though, because of the cost.
Well, that's true.
Well, that's one reason. I know another reason is that they all have to go through some kind of psychological testing.
Yeah, there's well, I don't know if there still is, but years ago, a friend of mine was on hormone, and he wanted to be a woman, and he had to go through 5 years of seeing a shrink, and of which had to live 3 years as a woman before he would even sign off on approving the surgery, because it has to be approved from a psychiatric or a shrink before a medical surgeon would even do it.
5
because you
years.
have to be right up here
Yeah.
in order to get your yin yang cut off.
Lewis, what's up?
What's up,
Welcome back.
Louis?
Yep, Bam is back. Upon special request, who's getting like, where's Bam? How come he's not coming back? Where's Bam?
Yeah, I'm hearing y'all talking about me the other night. Okay, so I don't care what y'all say about me. Just make sure I had a good time. That's all I care about. Say whatever the fuck you want. Just make sure I had fun.
Amen. Yes, they do. It takes years. They have to be mentally ready. There was a movie. God, I can't remember the name. I know it's in England, different era, and the dude starts modeling for his wife, who's a painter, an artist. And while he's modeling for her, I think he has to put on a dress of hers because she's trying to paint the dress. While he's sitting there with the dress on, he starts touching the fabric, looking at the lace or whatever. Then he realizes he digs the outfit. And he started becoming a cross-dresser, and then they end up getting a divorce. Anybody know this movie I'm talking about? I forgot what it's called.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
And it's at the end, it's sad. I don't want to spoil it or whatever. But the dude ended up being gay, and and he found out just from putting on that dress.
How do you think most men find out that they're gay after years of being married and 6 fucking kids? Now all of a sudden they're living with a man, getting fucked in the ass, and their 15-year-old kid doesn't want anything to do with them because now the kid thinks he's going to be gay because he has a gay gene because his dad's gay. Wow, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it's a fucking thing.
Real quick, are those the real words to the Little Teapot song?
Oh, I have no idea. I put the tickle me, rub me, hear me, shout thing in there because, the handle or the spout, I'm thinking is, my little, this is my handle, my spout's down here, and, same way, type thing.
Okay, so I hear that in Greece, the Greek men,
I like Greece.
There's all kind of sex going on, but they don't consider the men gay when they're just in the act.
I don't know about Greece, but I do know about the Indian culture. And when I say the Indian culture, this is not the whole entire culture. But
we're talking
a lot of the Indians,
not feather.
Right.
No
a lot of the
anybody.
Indians are homosexual. Like 70% of them are homosexual. They get married.
70%? 70%?
Yeah, just to have children. And they have their male den. It's just a room in the house for men only. And the men go in there and have sex with each other for enjoyment. They enjoy the sex with men, but they have sex with women just for procreation.
So it's possible. So it's possible for a dude that might enjoy, let's say, oral favors from a guy.
Or absolutely.
Might enjoy giving the oral favors, but it doesn't mean. He wouldn't necessarily fall in love emotionally with a man.
No, but I couldn't tell you how many straight men I've given fellatio to. Because, I'll tell you, a man knows how a man wants it done. And
all right, okay. But does that make the straight guy? Does that make him gay?
No, not at all.
Right?
Not at all.
Just a victim of circumstance.
It's just a blowjob between friends.
Pretty much. Anyway, what I was getting to that in Greece, that kind of activity is not frowned upon. It's just sex. It's not.
It's just sex. Sex is sex. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So
For
what are your
years,
thoughts?
I said there's nothing wrong with doing something you enjoy doing or getting paid for something you enjoy doing. Nothing wrong with it. So if you enjoy having sex, charge for it. Ain't nothing wrong with getting paid for something you enjoy doing. Does it make you a hoe? No, it makes you a smart person.
So obviously you don't agree with prostitution being criminalized.
It's legal in Nevada.
In Nevada, but outside of Vegas. Just so people
Yeah, it can't
know.
be within city limits.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's popping?
Hi,
Well,
Scarlett.
Scarlett, let me tell you what's popping.
Scarlett meet Bam. Bam meet Scarlett.
Yo, what's up?
Anybody with sensitive ears, this might not be a segment for you in case you missed it. It's only been 30 minutes.
Sexual.
It's only been 30 minutes, and the F-bombs and the MFers and the BJs have been all over the place.
So I got to ask Scarlett, and I'm not being an asshole or anything, but your mother didn't wear a scarlet letter and just call you Scarlett for the hell of it, did she?
Scarlett.
Well, I love the name Scarlett. I really do. It's a beautiful name.
Scarlett. First of all, is that her real name in the first place? You know, everybody on social media uses an alias, right?
Well, that's my real name.
Tell everyone the history of the name Bam.
Oh, sweet Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
See, you got Shonda blushing over here.
It's hard to do that, Shonda. All right, so.
And Hungry Hippo. I'm assuming Hungry Hippo is a female.
There's that You know, I piss off the hippo when she goes, aye.
Right?
Okay, so decades ago, many moons ago, I was this little boy, and I applied at ExpressJet Airlines in Cincinnati, Ohio. That is in Ohio.
Yep.
And I got hired. And there was 7 other people there with my birth name. And it got really confusing when they wanted to know which Brent they were trying to go after. And they're like, well, it'll be just Brent 1, Brent 2, Brent. And I'm like, no. I'm not. You're not going to put a number on my ass. Y'all just call me Bam because my initials spelled Bam.
Brent Allen Miller.
So then, after several years at that airport, people came and went, and new people came, and then they went, and new people came. And it got to the point where nobody knew my real name, or very few people did.
Yeah.
And then one day my boss's daughter was flying out someplace, and I was off, and she was trying to go someplace and do something, and my coworker couldn't figure it out. And my boss's daughter's like, well, where's Brent? He can do it. And Jen, my coworker, just kind of looked up like this and said, and who the fuck is Brent? So I legally changed my name to Bam A. Miller. I dropped the L and I just went to A. So now I'm Bam, and then my initials spell Bam, so I'm Bam Bam. So there you have the story of Bam.
Bam. Brent Allen Miller. I'm sure, like it is here every single time. We've only talked about it a dozen times already. I'm sure that's quite a conversation. You know.
Well, and then over the years, depending on what mood I'm in, people like, well, how'd you get that name? I'm like, oh, it's a family name. The firstborn male of every generation gets it. Like, bam, it's a boy.
Yeah.
So depending on what kind of movement I'm in, that's the story they'll get.
That's funny.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the Vanessa watch thing here, checking to see if she's going live. Oh, no, I thought she was.
Oh, is this
anyway,
crackhead?
Yep. Yeah, and I can't say. Yeah, every time we bring that up, I almost want to like not say it that way, but
Oh, fuck, I'll
what the
sit
heck?
down.
She's on a live on video, doing crack online live in front of
Seriously?
an audience. Oh yeah,
And this whore's running for Congress?
yeah.
I guess she's only going to get the crackhead votes.
Apparently,
And what's her platform? Vote for me, I'll get you high.
she wants to be the first Latino something woman, in this district, and she's very general on her stances, and and her MO is if you question her about it or anything hardcore politics, she'll say that you are being shady towards her and you're giving her.
You're bullying me.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Stop
You're being a
bullying
bully,
me.
especially if you're messaging her on a chat on her live. She will block you, and you're gone. You're gone. You're done.
Okay, and how much money is she spending on running for Congress? Okay, well that's good because I can guarantee you that she's not going to get elected.
And she has not. She's run a few times. It's what I call a career candidate.
Yeah, career crackhead.
And there's so much. She's just involved in a lot of shady things, and it's obvious things, but she calls it conspiracies against her. Law enforcement is corrupt. People are corrupt, lying about her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting. It's never a dull moment. I'll tell you that much. So Russia invaded Ukraine.
They did.
Pretty
Fucking
shitty
crackheads.
situation. Yeah.
Well, and I was proud at Ukraine for giving their citizens guns and ammunition, and said, "Hey, here, if you want them, come and get them. Defend your life, defend your property. Help us defend our country." Hell yeah, that's what should fucking happen.
And it's amazing. Then basically, if you have a passport, come over to the office wherever, and they'll hand over an AK or some kind of machine gun or whatever with some ammo. And people are lining up.
Yeah, good for them.
And there are men that are staying behind, telling their families to leave. They feel obligated to stay and fight and defend their country. And Klitschko, remember the boxer? I know his last name is Klitschko. Anyway, his brother, I think, who could go back into boxing. He's got money. He doesn't need. He could get on a plane.
I think I remember reading a brief article or hearing something about that.
Yeah, he's deciding he's going to go and sign up and help and fight. And he wants to protect his country.
Good for him.
And again,
how many of us would actually do that, and how many of us would actually cower and run?
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, unless this was wrong, Ukraine is not allowing young males to leave. They're being kind of forced to join the fight.
I think I remember hearing something about that too. Anybody 18 and over.
Oh, Shauna, you forgot hairy ass men and blowjobs.
Oh yeah, don't forget the hairy ass men. Literally hairy ass men.
Yeah, so I asked you earlier if you knew the situation of this lady, Melissa Lucio. Did you get a chance to watch any of that yet? Or if
I
you
did
haven't,
not. I was went out to dinner with Carl, and then I had a cocktail with Carl, and then I stopped at the grocery on the way home, and I got raped in the ass at the grocery. And I came home, and here I am.
So Melissa Lucio is a woman who is accused of killing her not quite 2-year-old child by physical abuse.
What state is this?
Texas. She's the
Does
first.
she have like a boyfriend that's in on it too?
Nope.
So it's just her. Okay, so the one I'm thinking about is a different state then, because there's another one someplace that did the same thing, but it had a guy with her.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is unfortunately, this is a common thing lately anyway.
Extremely common, and some motherfuckers need to have their goddamn head examined. I mean, they have that, safe harbor law, give your infant up at fire stations, police stations, whatever.
Right.
They should extend this to toddlers.
See, but I don't know. That was not a thing back then. This was I want to say this was late 90s. So that this was not in existence yet.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I don't think so.
And so what happened was, she's from down here,
So it was 16.
Harlingen, Texas. She's got 15 kids, and that was, I guess it would have been 16. The little baby, once she had her, something happened. There were bruises all over her body. They want to claim that the baby fell down a flight of stairs from the second floor to the first floor on the outside of a building. So they were like hard wooden stairs.
And we all believe this. Mm-hmm.
And there was, when they did the autopsy, they showed some photos, although not directly, but these photos were laid out on a table when they were talking to the forensic pathologist. And they kind of showed some of them and some of the bruises, and very sad.
Yeah.
And so basically she killed that kid. Yeah. She started getting into drug abuse. She was addicted to drugs right during the pregnancy, if I'm not mistaken. And
look, see these 5 bruises right here around the arms and around the torso that looks like hands? You don't get those from falling downstairs. Just saying.
Yeah. No, there was all kind of wound. There was a broken arm that was never looked at by a doctor, and it was healing on its own. They found that during the autopsy.
Clue number 1. But yeah, a broken arm can happen from falling down the stairs, but not then healing. And yeah, get that.
But you know what? At that age, they're still so pliable. Kids' bodies are so pliable. I don't know that it would have broken. She might have rolled down the stairs. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, you still got that soft spot in your head that I don't know when that turns to a hard spot. But I guess soft spot's actually designed for your skull to go like from this to like this. Well, it's coming through the uterus and then come back out.
Yeah.
But
So anyway, so she's got 15 kids, including that child, and one of her oldest daughters now, she's got 9 or 10 kids, and they were very poor growing up. The father, I don't know the whereabouts of if there was one or multiple, and finally something happened with the kid. She was unresponsive. They called 911, and they came and that's when they eventually took all the kids and put them in foster care all over the place. Well, she was arrested and charged with murder.
I'm a firm believer in I'm kind of like a firm believer with the whole Chinese thing. You need a license to have children. There should be some sort of go see a shrink, a couple of episode, appointments with the shrink. Let them get a feel. Yep, we'll sign off on you. You're good. Or I think we need to chat a little bit more type situation. And then move on to, okay, you cannot have children ever type thing. I mean, the kids would be better off in the long run. They really would be. I mean, is it a form of dictatorship? Yeah, probably. But in the long run, it's only going to help.
Yeah, I mean, I know how people are about giving birth and having children and that kind of thing, but they always say this about a dog, right, or a pet. It's like, don't get a pet if you can't afford to take care of the pet, which is true.
Absolutely.
But shouldn't the same thing apply for kids, for children?
Well, kids cost 50 times more than a pet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you can't take care of yourself, what makes you think you can take care of another fucking life? Whether it be 4-legged, a bird, or a child. I mean, there's got to be some common fucking sense there. If I can't feed myself, what makes me think I can't feed a baby and take care of a baby? Buy it clothing, buy it diapers, buy it food, get it to school, I mean, why the fuck do you think I never had a kid?
Yeah,
Too goddamn selfish.
There's a lot involved in raising a child compared to raising a pet. I mean, I love animals too, right? I'm not even gonna. I love some animals more than I do some people, and I trust some animals more than I do some people. But I don't know. You think there'd be some kind of a? I mean, you can't. There's no way to stop it.
There needs to
You
be
can
a
say, hey,
switch
you know,
right back
do you have
here
a
where
job?
you can flip for child or no child.
If it was only that easy, can you imagine that? Can you imagine how many people would not be on this planet if the government could tell you when to have kids and how many to have? Kind of like what they did in China.
Yeah. Like I said, is a dictatorship? Yeah, it is. But in the long run, it's only going to help society. And the ones that can't handle children, at least we know that they're not going to end up in prison for killing a child.
Baby Brianna.
They still may end up in prison, but not for killing a child.
Paco says, why would anybody have 14 kids? You'd need to be a millionaire to be able to care for them each. Yeah, you're right.
Especially right now, but, you know, with 14 kids, you know, think of the food stamps they're getting. And not only food stamps, other subsidies like housing.
Yeah.
And then there's that cash benefit too. I mean, there's reason why it's lifetime welfare. Oh, I'm fixing to lose food stamps. Oh, let's squeeze out another child.
Yeah, not to mention the cash that they get.
Yeah.
And then the cash they get, you know, come income tax time, right?
Yeah. I mean, the fucking Democrats have just made that a fucking lifestyle.
Talked about this yesterday. Exactly this. Talked about this yesterday.
And once again, not all Democrats are bad. Not all of them are bad. There's a good majority of them that are. But I think that good majority of them that I consider bad are just completely clueless. And they're stuck in their ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's good intention, these plans to help, but they're not meant to be forever.
Yeah.
You know, once you start putting a deadline or a cutoff or how much of benefit you can get, you know, you'll see things will get different. I mean, they have to.
After 7 kids, that's it. No more. Or 5 kids, no more. We don't need Brady bunches going on here.
Or you can have them, but you're not going to get money for 7 or 8. You're going to get money only for 5. You know.
Yeah, figure it out. And you know, we're not going to pay 100% of your rent. We'll pay 30% of your rent. Go get a job, motherfucker. I gotta get a job. I gotta support myself. I don't want to support you too.
Yeah, so that's going to be a never-ending issue. Some couples still have the mentality of, oh, we'll have as many as, you know, God's will, whatever it is. And I understand that. But
we'll squeeze out them kids until I can't squeeze them out anymore.
You know, but if you're able to support them and have them, then I say, okay, whatever.
By all means.
If you're a family, you're a couple, everybody's working, or
the
money's there.
Kids, have 100 fucking kids.
Valley Girl, I heard the baby was taken into foster care at around 2 months old, and had just gotten custody back like 2 months before the baby's death. Yeah, I think I did hear that.
I think I remember hearing that too.
Oh my goodness! But seeing the bruising, the baby's body with those photographs, and of course they didn't want to show you the photographs like this, but they laid them out on a table. The camera kind of went by, and some were blurred and some weren't. And oh man. Pisses you off on what people can do. I mean, your own parents, the mothers, you know.
Yeah,
anyway,
I couldn't imagine.
She got convicted. She got put on death row. She was. She got her case. Her conviction was overturned by the state of Texas. But then the county said, and they put her back on death row.
Good.
And then the Supreme Court denied it already. So now there's an execution date of April 27th. So now they're fighting because her lawyer was really a shitty lawyer. And the district
must have been public defender.
I think he was at the time. No, he wasn't. I don't know if he was public or not. Does anybody know? Was he a public offender or was he a private attorney? Gilman, who's I don't know if he's related to the Gilman family of auto dealerships here, Gilman, Honda. And then the DA, he was looking for future work as a
so this was a career mover,
DA.
A career
mover
mover for him.
He needed this win. Yeah. He needed the death penalty. So now they're trying to say, look, they didn't show all this evidence and this evidence and that evidence. What I don't agree with is, I think I'm okay with taking her off death row, but commute it to life in prison. I believe she killed the kid. She did it, but take her off death row.
Okay, so you want to support her for the rest of her life?
You got to be punished, but I don't know. In this, and I'm usually real straightforward on death penalty. Did he do it? Hang him, right?
Okay,
and I'm okay with that most of the time. But
well, I get the whole death penalty thing, but sometimes, and sometimes, all in capital letters, death is getting off easy.
That too, yeah.
I mean, when I think the punishment should be hell. I mean, if you're in there for like murder of a child or something, I think you should be tortured daily.
Or what about, you mean like hard labor? Whatever happened to hard labor?
That went out with human rights.
Like you go to China or Afghanistan or whatever, you're out there crushing rocks with a hammer.
Yeah, that went out with human rights. It's just like the railroad thing. I mean, that's where all the prisoners built the railroad system.
The chain gang.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's human rights. You can't do that. Okay, yeah, there are human rights, and then there are prisoner rights. Okay, well, prisoners don't have fucking rights, in my opinion.
Oh, unless you go to New York, because there, I don't know if he made it, if he reversed that law, but he wanted to let, even if you're a felon, and even if you're in prison, he wanted to let people vote.
Yes, yeah, I have a huge issue with that. But the Democrats want every fucking vote that they can fucking get to remain in power and dictate to us the rest of their lives.
See this?
Dictating Democrats.
This would be good right here.
But once again, not all Democrats are bad. Just a good hunk of them need to be slapped around a little bit and go, hey, wake the fuck up.
Yeah. Paco says, I saw an article from Vice where an organization paid drug addicts to get their tubes tied or have vasectomies.
Yeah, but vasectomies are reversible. Tube ties aren't.
But that's okay, because if chances are, if he's messed up on drugs, he's not going to have the money to reverse a vasectomy.
Well, that's true, and he's just oh, well, here's a quick $20. Okay, well, go ahead and give me a vasectomy for $20. I need to go get high. I need that fix.
I had one and barely survived financially as a single mother without any government assistance. Yeah, and people do it. Even without welfare or, if you're lucky enough to have parents and they can help, or, even if you don't, there are single moms, single parents who do it, and they do it. It's a struggle, but they do it.
I remember when I was a kid growing up and eating nothing but macaroni and cheese for several nights.
Good job, Melissa.
A week. And when I go into my kitchen right now and I go into my cupboards, oh, look, it's macaroni and cheese or it's ramen noodles because it's all I can afford to fucking buy because of the fucking price gouging at the grocery stores. The other day, I shit you not, I went to the grocery store, 2 pounds of hamburger, 3 cans of chili beans, a gallon of milk, 18 eggs, loaf of bread, and 1 12-pack of soda. $139 fucking dollars.
Holy crap. It hasn't got that bad here yet, down here anyway.
So every time we go to the grocery store, literally we are being ass raped. We don't even get kissed first.
And this is thanks to? All thanks to? Is this really Sleepy Joe Biden's fault?
I want to say yes and I want to say no. A lot of the issue is what's going on out off the coast of California with all the fucking cargo ships.
Yeah.
But they're not talking about it. So
No.
it doesn't exist anymore. Kind of like
Yeah.
the 70s. You don't talk about it, it's not there. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's
and then they want to blame it on the truckers up in Canada. Well, you got the trucks, they're refusing to drive and deliver product. Okay, well maybe, but no, that's not 100% of it. That's like maybe 3% of it.
everybody wants to blame Trump, but we had the boomingest, and that's not a real word, boomingest economy while that man was in office.
Well, until the Democrats shut down the fucking country. And they're blaming Trump. Well, you shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. But yet Nancy was right there. Hunker down. Stay at home. It's safe at home.
Yep.
But now it's all Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault. Trump did it.
Yeah, there you go. Hungry Hippo. 2 kids of support. After that, you're on your own. No more assistance.
I'm right there with you, Hip.
That sounds good to me, too. Hilda was saying, it was never said, okay, so this woman in jail, that's in prison on death row, she had twins while she was in there. How? I don't know.
So did she come to prison pregnant, or did she
I
get pregnant?
I don't
in
think
prison?
so. I don't think so. I think she got pregnant in prison. And then how did that
so
happen?
obviously a guard fucked her.
Probably. So what happened to those kids? I have no idea. I've never heard what happened. According to the documentary, it was her public defender. Okay, it was a public defender. Well, he was no good. I mean, the dude's you watch that thing. Watch it when you can. Then
most public defenders are no good because their job is to go over to the prosecuting attorney and go, so what's your best deal?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Then we'll go over to my client and go, so this is what they're offering. We're not going to get any better. You're just going to have to deal with it.
And she said, because they offered her, all right, plead guilty, and you'll do 30 years in prison. When you get out, you'll be 65. You'll still be able to see your kids. And she said, no, I'm not guilty. I'm not going to take a deal. And then they found her guilty.
You killed your fucking kid. You're guilty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus, the mentality of some motherfuckers.
You went to the DA. He needed a conviction for a previous mishap he had. That's right. Hungry Hippo, I agree. I haven't noticed a price increase. I looked at my curbside orders from a year ago. Prices are the same. Yeah, down here, it didn't really. Some things have gone up. Produce maybe, but we've been lucky down here in South Texas. And that because he's a businessman. You're right.
Well, maybe I'll give you a grocery list, and you can all overnight my food to me.
It'll probably be cheaper sending it from here. Or what about Amazon? You can buy groceries on Amazon.
Yeah, but see, you got to pay that crazy fucking delivery fee.
Is there? I don't know. I've never bought that groceries.
I don't know. I've never done it. I'm afraid to do it.
People who have the food, I know it's not food stamps or whatever program the food program is. They give you a card. What's it called? Snap. You can buy groceries with the Snap card on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are their prices? Are they any better? Because I'll tell you, for the first time in my life, I'm on food stamps. Not a fan of them.
Check out Amazon, man. No, everybody needs it. Time to time, it's there to help. It's there to help. I'm not a fan of it.
Let me tell you.
I judge the people that take advantage of it. And they'll get $1,000 in food stamps because all the kids they'll get $1,000 a month in food.
God love. You want to know how much I get in food stamps?
And then they sell that for cash. They sell part of it for cash.
You want to know how much I get in food stamps? Okay.
How much?
First off, let me tell you how much I make a year driving a bus. $12,300 a year driving a bus. I get $72 a month in food stamps.
$72.
$72.
That's like not even enough for a week.
Yeah. Out of that $72, it buys me a gallon of milk, a gallon of coffee creamer, some coffee, bread, eggs, and if I'm feeling frisky, I might throw in $5 and buy a pound of bacon.
Bacon has gone up in price.
Those fucking pigs are expensive, let me tell you.
I remember buying my the Oscar Mayer bacon. I remember paying like $5 for it.
Yeah,
Now
but
it's almost $9.
when you look at bacon, and especially Oscar Mayer, and you open it up and you pick up a piece of bacon and you go like this and you can see daylight through it. That's not fucking bacon. That is not bacon.
That's that hotel continental breakfast bacon, paper thin.
It's the worst fucking food there is.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Hey, come on, if you're gonna buy bacon, if you're gonna splurge, get the good stuff.
Yeah. At $12 a pound.
Oh yeah, I know. Here about those twins, they went into foster care. Parents adopted them. They don't have anything to do with the siblings. They know them as cousins. Okay, so they're safe.
Good. At least they're gonna have a good life.
That's what is there to assist you to help you get back on your feet. That's right. On Amazon, the free shipping on $25 or more for groceries.
Good to know, Valley Girl.
So check it out, man.
I will check it out.
If you have food stamps, you get Amazon Prime for free.
What?
Oh, I thought it was for $5. It used to be, because we had a tenant, she would get Prime Video for $5 a month.
I remember that.
I wonder if it's
how do
free?
I sign up for? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to look up the free Amazon because I'm paying like $12 a month for that shit.
Yeah, it depends on your services, because actually it was on the news. There was an increase of $1. So instead of $4.99 or $5, it was like $6 now. But check it out.
$6.
Maybe it's free.
I'm paying whatever $10.90. I can't $12. I can't remember what the fuck I'm paying. $15. I don't know, but I'll pay $6 for it.
Hey Chuck.
Chuck.
Check it out. It's either $6 or it's free, like they're saying. Oh. Valley Girl, if you have an Amazon Prime, it's free shit. So if you already have Prime, then the shipping for the groceries is free.
Yeah, I have Prime. I just because I watch a lot of their movies. That's why I pay for the Prime.
So then if you got the Snap card, you can pop that in there, and you pay less for your Prime services. If not
I'm
free.
all about that. I'll save $1 or $2. Hell, you have to these fucking days.
Yeah, go check that out. Not the TV services, the Amazon delivery services.
Ah.
Okay. Interesting. Anyway, what else is happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, we just had some snow come through.
Bam lives just west of Chicago. About an hour, give or take? A little more?
About an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like an hour west of Chicago and 10 minutes south of Wisconsin border. So sometimes I drive to Wisconsin to get gas because it's 40 cents a gallon cheaper.
Yeah, but doesn't it? How long does it take you to get there?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not bad then.
No, it's not bad. One day it pissed me off because me and Carl went to Beloit, which is in Wisconsin, to the Butterfly Club for a fish fry. And I'm like, well, I guess I got to stop and get gas. I'm fucking clueless. Oh, I'm driving to fucking Wisconsin. I can get gas in Wisconsin and save myself, I don't know, like $6. No, I filled up in Illinois at like $4.80 a gallon, where I could have paid, $3.60 a gallon in fucking Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh man. And they say gas prices can go high because of this freaking Russian invasion. Because it's not because of the invasion, but because of the sanctions that we're going to put on Russia.
Yeah, we right now our gas is $3.80 something a gallon, $3.82 I think.
For regular.
Yeah, that's for regular. If you want like premium, you're up at about $4.40. And I run premium once every 2 months just to help clear that gunk out.
Yeah.
Although it says I'm supposed to run it constantly, it's like I can't afford to run it constantly. So it gets it when it gets it. But it runs just fine on that other shit, on the cheap shit. But I do give it, once every 2 months, I'll give it a, maybe $40 of the good shit.
And it's scary that prices are supposed to, I don't think they're going to skyrocket completely. We don't get all our fuel or gas or crude from our gasoline from Russia. We get a small portion of it.
Yeah, most of our shit comes from the Middle East.
Yeah, And the pipeline that they shut down here,
Fucking morons.
it would not have been a
mouth?
problem for us. It would have alleviated having to worry about that. But now we have to worry
No,
about
but those fucking Democrats. Oh, there it is again.
But not all Democrats, right?
They're not. And just like not all Republicans are great. And, I had one guy ask me if he said, oh, you must be a Republican because you talk like one. I'm like, no, I'm not. Oh, you're a Democrat. No, I'm not. Well, what are you? I consider myself a realist. I will vote for what I believe is best for the country at that given time.
And you can pick and choose. Never. I did once. I'll never vote straight anything again in my life. You got good people on this side. You got good people on that side.
In the state of Illinois, it's straight party voting.
Always.
And I never realized that until I moved back to the state and I'm voting for governor. And I'm like, wait a minute, my ballot's. I walked over to my to the people. I'm like, my ballot's broke. They're like, what do you mean it's broke? I said, it's all Democrat. There's no Republicans on here, or vice versa, or whatever. Oh, well, it's straight party voting in the state. The only time you get Democrat and Republican is when it's a presidential election. And I'm like, well, what kind of shit is that? So you're dictating to me that I have to vote for strictly Republican, where for this actually position, I'd like to vote for a Democrat.
Yeah.
But you're dictating to me just like those fucking Democrats. Oh, I went on for like 20 minutes. I think by the time I was done, there's a couple of people.
What I keep saying is that Democrat Tulsi Gabbard, she would have been a good vice president, a good president, I think.
Who?
Tulsi, Tulsi.
Who the fuck is that?
She's a Native American. Hold on, I'll show you up here in a minute. She should have been the one instead of Kamala Harris.
Yeah, well, we don't need that hoe.
And the powers that be wanted Biden Harris. That's why everybody else got knocked out real quick, and it was evident it was going to be Biden Harris. It was kind of funny
because Joe was, the hoe there. They got into a shouting match at one of the debates, and Joe called her fucking names or something. Oh, and then 2 days later, they're best friends and they're on the same ticket. And
yeah.
Oh, well, isn't that funny how that works?
Here, I'll pop. It's a CNN clip. I hate CNN. I'm not going to show their crap.
I don't like CNN either. Fucking communist bastards. Oh, did those words come out of my mouth?
The corrupt news network.
They are corrupt. Well, Melissa, I'd show you the baby, but he finally fell asleep. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, Bam's got his baby is not a scarlet macaw. I keep forgetting. What color?
Blue and gold.
Is there a name for that?
Blue and gold.
I mean, but is there like a nickname?
Blue and gold is the
blue
name.
And gold. He's got a blue and gold macaw. And usually you'll hear him yelling in the background and having his little temper tantrum.
Yeah, he was tonight too, let me tell you.
Big bird. We had him on here one time.
Hi, Helen.
The video's up there. Helen, how you doing? Welcome back. She's not Native American. Her dad's from... Oh,
Paco?
Yeah, why do I keep thinking Native? For some reason, I kept thinking Native.
You, Paco. Wow.
Good call, Paco.
Hello.
Thank you. Paco, is that you in the picture? Bam wants to know.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
Bam, calm down, right?
So, there was a good movie that just came out this week.
Let's talk about
Paramount
the movie.
Plus. And I read an article about it, and I'd seen the star in something else. And I don't get why these fucking movie creators and directors are like, let's get a 20-something to 35-year-old person to play an 18-year-old. Why the fuck do we do this? You want an 18-year-old? You want somebody to play an 18-year-old? Get a fucking 18-year-old. Anyways.
Bam, sorry to disappoint you, but that's not Paco in the picture.
Okay, well, Paco, that's a hot picture. you little image stealer, you. Anyways.
Okay, so you were saying it's not right for a 30-something or a late 20s to play a teenager.
Yeah, so anyways, this movie, I read this article, and I'm like, ooh, I want to see that movie. And they had like a little clip of it. I'm like, oh, it's a good movie. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I remember seeing that guy in this thing or whatever. And good actor, and I'm starting to follow his shit, and and it's like, oh, comes out the 23rd. So here I am. I'm getting with my friends, and I'm like, you got Paramount Plus? You got Paramount Plus? Finally found somebody that had Paramount Plus, so I got their login information. So I'm sitting here trying to find this movie. 90 days. I'm looking all over the fucking place for 90 days. No fucking thing. So I'm like, fuck me. So here it is, Thursday. I think that was the 23rd. Pretty sure that was the 23rd. And I'm going to, and another article for it popped up. I'm like, yes, finally. And it's not 90 days. It's 3 months. It's 3 fucking months.
Oh.
Same thing. 3 months, 90 days, same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So anyways, I finally, I get it. And it's about a coming-of-age kid who has a sexual encounter with a guy he met at a bar. And this guy's from another country. Well, dude goes back to his own country, texts the kid, and says, hey, I just tested HIV positive. You need to get tested.
Ugh.
Because their condom broke. So the kid's like freaking out and everything, and he goes to this clinic. He gets tested, or he's like, well, going through the thing, and he says, I want to be tested for everything. So of course, they do a test for everything, and a couple weeks later, he gets a phone call. I come back into the clinic. He's like, oh my God, it's bad news. It's bad news. It's bad news.
Oh.
So he gets in there and he's sitting down. The doctor walks in, and first words out of his mouth is, am I going to die? And the doctor looks at him and says, well, do you plan on killing yourself? He said, no. He goes, well, then you're not going to die. And he goes, oh, thank God. And he says, well, why'd you call me in here then? He goes, well, because you have a case of anal gonorrhea that we need to get taken care of.
That sounds nasty.
Does sound nasty. So he gets a shot in the ass of penicillin, and he's good to go. And then the doctor tells him about this group that he runs for people like him and people that has HIV. So the kid goes to the group, and he meets this other kid that's in the same boat as he is, and they become friends. And then they fall in love. And then the other kid finds out his HIV status and falls off the face of the earth, doesn't talk to the other kid, doesn't text him, doesn't answer his phone calls or anything. So finally, the kid goes over to the other kid's house, who happens to be Indian.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't want his parents to know that he's gay, because he's now moving to Atlanta to go on with his life. Well, the kid breaks into his room and goes, so what's going on? And he goes, well, I'm HIV negative. He goes, well, I told you I was going to love you whether you're positive or negative, and I don't care. Anyways, make a long story short.
Too late.
It's a really good movie. It really is.
What's it called?
3 months.
That's the name of the movie. Okay.
3 months.
3 months.
We never did find out if the star of the show had HIV or not. They never answered the fucking question.
Yeah.
But anyways, the star of it is Troy Sivan, Sivan, and it's Troye. He's Australian, and he's a singer. And I googled him for something, and I'm like, wait, the kid looks gay. So I said, is Troy Sivan gay? And then, of course, pops up, he's gay. Some people just have that look that, oh, yeah,
nailed
gay.
it. Yep.
He looks gay. So, I mean, it really is a good movie. If you have absolutely nothing to do.
See, but gay people can say that about somebody and they don't get in trouble. But the minute straight people say, oh, he looks gay, they're like, what do you mean he looks gay? What do you say? Everybody gets offended.
Well, the kid does look gay. And I can say kid, even though he's like 26 years old.
Yeah.
Somebody in their fucking 20s to me is a fucking kid.
Right? That's how I know you're getting old.
Right?
You start calling everybody who's 2 years younger than you kid.
Well, and there's this one kid on my bus who it's his goal in life to piss me off. He started an argument, and I said, I'm not going to argue with a child.
And for the record, everybody, Bam loves kids. He really no, I'm just kidding. He hates.
Where's my fucking cattle prod?
He hates kids.
God, I can't stand little sons of bitches.
But he got a job as a bus driver driving little kids around.
Can't stand little sons of bitches.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So I told this kid, I said, I'm not going to argue with a child. He says, I'm not a child. I said, oh, but you are.
He told you he's not a child.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I don't know. I like that attitude.
What? Mine or his?
His. I like the attitude rather than be a victim and a snowflake.
Yeah,
we had this discussion a while back about kids are being that participation trophy has kind of ruined a lot of lives.
So I named my bus.
You named your bus?
Yeah, I have. I named my bus.
Drum roll, please.
And are you ready for the name?
What the heck is that?
You don't know who that is?
No, I don't. Hang on. Don't say it. Oh, Qbert. That's Qbert? I remember playing the video game.
It's Qbert, dude. So my bus's name is Qbert.
That's funny. I remember I liked the video game Qbert when it came out. I used to play it a lot.
What gives it away?
What gives it away? The way he combs his hair, dresses, or stands? I just don't get it, Bam.
What, that he's gay?
The guy the actor that you said, oh, he's gay. You can tell by looking at him.
Oh, you can tell in the face.
In the face?
Yeah.
Like, what about the face?
You just look gay.
So you're saying that there's a gay look?
Google Troye Sivan and pull him up there.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Said his name was spelled
Troye.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, Bam's right. Let me find which picture. I'm not gonna choose a picture of him in a dress because that'll kind of give it away. And then there's some other obvious ones where was he a skater?
Do a face shot. Just do a face shot.
Okay, got one. And I'll show all of them since it's like a sheet here. So this is okay. Okay, you ready? You ready? There he is. Hi, Maria. So Helen, you see that face right here? Bam called it from day one. And that's the same as this guy here, this guy here, this guy here. So you're saying that's the face of gay?
I mean, look at the eyes. He just looks gay.
Again, tell me if I'm wrong, people. A gay person can say that about another gay person, and it's totally fine. But the minute you get a straight person to say something like that,
Maria's laughing so hard she's crying.
I'm like, what makes me? He's just gay. He just looks gay.
He does. He just looks gay.
It sounds like a Seinfeld conversation.
Well, I mean, you're out at the grocery store or walking through a mall or somebody, and you see somebody, and you're like, my God, that person just looks gay. Chances are they're gay.
I would have never seen it. He is handsome. I mean, I think he looks more cute than handsome.
He is cute.
Because he looks young. He looks young.
Oh, the kid looks like he's 10.
I would say he's like a cute kid.
He's 27, I think.
Do you believe, and I'm going to guess that you do you believe that people can be born gay?
Oh, like, absolutely.
That's just the way they come out?
Absolutely.
Straight men don't typically leave their lips just slightly parted either. Don't yell at me. A gay friend told me that's a tell. What? Straight men don't typically leave their lips slightly parted. Really? Is that you ever hear about that? Shonda, he's never heard of that. When and if you're going to ask anybody about gayness, that's Bam is very open to that.
I'm pretty gay.
Yes, people are born gay. I mean, I believe that too. In fact, I believe they found a gay gene in people. So
seriously, there's a gay gene.
There's a gay gene. There's a gene that makes you this or that. Yes. Go back to the picture and look at his mouth. Damn it! Now you're making me go back to the picture and look at his mouth.
Oh.
It is. Well, it's parted.
Yeah, but not in every picture.
And this one is parted.
Not down here at the bottom, and with the green. Third row down. Third one to the right.
Yeah, it's not there. Oh, well, here he's talking. That's why.
Yeah.
Closed. Here he's about to say something, I think. Sorry, I got to fight that one, Shonda. And here he's very gay in this picture right here.
Which picture?
That one.
Oh, the one where he's wearing a dress?
The yellow and purple, whatever. That's what I was going to ask. Is he an ice skater? Was he an ice skater or something?
No, I believe that's in his other movie, Jamie. That's on Amazon.
Bam's face, yeah. Hey, we were just trying to disprove or figure out Shonda's
the only
claim.
gay gene is Jordache.
Oh, are people going to remember?
Guess was pretty gay too.
Who remembers Jordache jeans?
I remember them. I mean, they were big in Kmart.
Oh, Jordache. God, I forgot. And what was the other the jeans? Gloria Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Gloria Vanderbilt. I had a lot of Guess jeans growing up.
What's up, Ozzy?
What's up, Oz?
Topic of the night right now is
homosexuality.
Gay shit.
Shit. My shit's pretty happy when it comes out, let me tell you.
So
better out than in.
Do you get offended when like comedians talk gay jokes and for example, Dave Chappelle?
Okay, so personally, I do not. Why? I have extremely thick skin. Now, your average millennial, oh yeah, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. Suck it the fuck up, Snowflake Buttercup. I mean, do we have to beat you to get you to toughen up or something? I mean, move the fuck on. It's a fucking joke. You hurt my feelings. Oh, well, fucking leave. Ask for a fucking refund and leave.
I remember hearing the first time about some universities were building or they had safe spaces. And this was right after Trump was about to get elected.
I think I remember this, and it was a big over in New York.
Yeah. And I remember hearing safe space. I'm like, what the fuck is a safe space? And then they said, yeah, there's a place where people, they're disappointed with the current political whatever, and they need to cry. So there's a place for them to go, and they can close the door in a room and have someone with them, and they cry for half an hour, and then
Oh, then you walk out and it's all better, and you're like, okay, Trump won the election. Yay, he's my president.
right, and then they start screaming at the top of their lungs. Trump derangement syndrome.
That's when all those smash rooms became a thing. Go into a room, you pay $50, go into a room and break shit.
See, that's awesome right there. You know, go join a sports team or something, you know, or join a gym where you can box and hit the punching bag or something. I'm telling you, it all just started with the participation trophies. You know, coddling the kid. You didn't win, but you're still a winner, son.
I call it the entitlement cancer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cancer. And after this generation is like growing up and running shit, and we have a next generation, and they grow, it's going to be like, what the fuck happened? Why are these people so fucking entitled and think that they're privileged? It's a fucking cancer. And somebody somewhere is going to wake up and go, what did we do? What the fuck did we do?
Yeah, I think little by little, that's starting to happen right now. It's just ridiculous. It's anyway.
I see it every fucking day, and it's really bad here because it's like,
especially with
riding a
bus.
Riding a bus is no longer a privilege. Remember when we were in school, it was a privilege to ride a bus to school and home. In this state, and I don't know if this is like in every state, but in this state, it's a fucking right. We have to, as a school, come and pick you up, bring you to school, and take you home. If you miss the bus, we have to drive back, pick you up, and take you home.
Is that the same across all schools with buses? Is that their rule?
I have no idea, but in this state, it is a law that we have to. If we keep you for any reason, detention or whatever, we have to give you a ride home. Oh yeah, it's privileged. It's a cancer.
Wow, I didn't know that. Hey, those of you who got kids and do they ride a bus to school? Do they have to come back for them if they're late or if they forget or something?
In order to physically remove a child from a bus in this state, we have to have documentation to the point like DSG had to have to terminate somebody. But we have to have more than that to kick a child off of a bus for a year.
Yeah, because that comment is coming up right after this one. But Helen, she's like, okay, getting back. People are born gay. Some people are born gay, and some can probably go gay, something tragic. It doesn't have to be tragic. Some people can just go gay. They get along with the dude or the girl with the girl, and there's just a click, and it happens. It doesn't always come from a
true. You can't help who you love.
A tragic event or something, molestation or something like that. I mean, it can, but it doesn't always happen just from that. Female or male, could I be right? Just a thought. Yeah, I guess it's a lot of things can make it happen. But I don't think only something like a tragedy, like can trigger it. I don't know if trigger is the right word. But to me, gay is like true definition of gay. I mean, the man can fall in love and love another man.
That's homosexual. The definition of gay means happy.
True. The real definition of gay is happy. It became homosexual. I don't know. I don't even know the history of the word.
I have no idea. Because, oh, Jesus. Now we don our gay apparel, our happy apparel, our happy attire, our gay attire.
La 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 la. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they say gay Paris. Well, Paris
actually meant happy. Gay. There's a lot of gay men in Paris, let me tell you. Speaking from personal experience,
Were any of your 800 Parisian men?
there have been. Okay, let's just say that there is not a. I think there's only 2 countries of men that I have not had.
Guys, this is a what do you call it? Parental discretion is advised. R plus rated the conversation. If this kind of stuff offends you, I apologize. Maybe it's not for you, but we're talking all kinds of things.
He doesn't mean the apology. I'll tell you right
You're
now.
right.
He doesn't mean it.
I don't mean it, but I want to say it. I don't want to offend anybody.
Lies, all lies.
Not yes, Chuck. Thank you. Not safe for work. NSFW. Talking hairy asses.
All right,
and
if you
shit
screw
earlier.
up bad enough in PA, they can ban you from the bus. If you miss it, you walk or ride. I
Well,
wish
that's if
that
you
was the
screw
case
up.
here.
Yeah, but even if a kid acts unruly or whatever, or he starts being stupid, you ban him, right?
I could not.
You cannot.
Only my boss can.
I mean, but the point is, he can get banned.
He can, but it takes a lot of documentation because my boss has to pretty much get an okay from an attorney to do it. Now he can suspend a child from the bus for a week or 2, but to permanently remove one from a bus has to be okayed by the attorney. And
Thanks,
yes, we
Chuck.
have. I think we have 3 of them on retainer that work for us.
Man, so it's like it's like going through a freaking union to get a kid kicked off the bus
Pretty much.
if they're a jerk off. Yeah, I don't think that happens here, right? I think if you miss the bus, or unless they miss you, maybe they go. I don't know.
So we have the regular bus at school time or in school that takes you home, and then an hour later we have a late bus for all the ones that have like an after school activity, or if you miss the bus, you get on the late bus. And then our midday routes, we pick you up at your house
Mhm.
and drop you off at your house. But in the morning or at the end, you're at a normal bus stop. But during the day, midday, we pick you up at your house and take you home to your house.
Damn,
Which is-
limo service,
Can we say privileged?
right?
Cancer again?
Chuck says here you can go to whatever school you want, and they provide bus transportation. Just on our street, we have 3 different buses for different schools.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. They call the buses public transportation. But in all reality, it's not public transportation. And a good attorney would argue this to get the masks off the fucking buses as well. So, it's not public transportation because the general public is not allowed on the bus.
Aha.
You are taking a certain clientele from point A to a school. So it's a private transportation because only children are allowed on that bus. Granted, you are taking them to a public school, but the transportation is private since only one clientele is allowed on it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Paco says sexuality is a spectrum. A lot of people are not 100% gay or straight.
You're right.
Sounds right. La Mera Mera, welcome again. My daughter just told me if teachers report students showing gay or non-binary will be reported to cost to a check.
For SA. What's SA?
You mean
South America?
No. You mean that they'll check the home or something? Reported to I missed it there a little bit, La Mera. But that's so kids are snitching? No, she's saying if teachers report students. So if a teacher sees gay or non-binary tendencies or something. See, that would suck for a teacher to have to report that crap.
Oh, and well, you know, I'm part of a must report type person too.
Oh, Be reported to check for sexual abuse. Oh, okay,
Ah.
okay. Really? Just because they're showing maybe gay?
Okay, well, that child might be gay. And I say child because even 15, 16, 17 is a child.
Yeah. But I think that's wrong to check for sexual abuse just because of a sexuality that they might feel.
Yeah. At that point, that kid would be pressured. And
I don't know how
anything.
I don't know how I feel about that because, again, now you're kind of insinuating, not you, Meta, that people are insinuating that because someone's gay that they have to have been molested.
Yeah.
Or somebody is molesting them or something like that. And, and that doesn't always compute that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's another safety, just in case we got to check this out kind of a thing. Oops. Here's the bus company or school district can tell them no soup for you. No attorneys, just nope, you're not getting on my bus. Yeah, I would do that too. Helen says, in my day, it was either dad driving us or the metro bus. Or walking. Me too.
Yeah.
I lived 2 miles from school and I walked a lot of times I did. I just didn't want to wait for the bus.
Why didn't you ride a bike?
Because then the bike would get stolen.
Well, that's true. It was Chicago.
Yeah. Plus, when it's 20 below zero in January, it's not fun to ride a bike.
Where the fuck are you walking?
I would walk. Then I would wait for the bus, or I always got to ride when it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
It was freaking cold. In my day, yep. Okay. Sexual.
Hey, little boy, you want some candy?
What Abbott wants? This is a question that I asked the crazy lady yesterday.
Oh,
what does Abbott want?
You have a crazy lady?
I got to look at the crackhead.
Oh, the crackhead. Okay, got it.
Oh, okay. CPS. Gotcha. Be safe.
Chicago Public Schools.
You're right. Children and Child Protective Services, but it also in Chicago. It's Chicago Public Schools. In Florida, they want to make a law where if a student comes out to a teacher or counselor, they have to report it to the parents.
No, that's not their place. I have a huge problem with that.
See, I don't know. I mean, it's a kid. So let's say a 12-year-old thinks he's gay or he's got a thing for a boy and he fesses up to the teacher. He doesn't know what he feels. He's confused.
Okay, well, a teacher or a counselor is supposed to be a trusted person that I can go, and especially a counselor, that I can go and talk to and get advice from. Now I'm going to a counselor and go, well, I think I might be gay because I kind of like this person. Oh, I got to call your parents because you're gay. Fuck you.
I would I would hope they wouldn't put it that way, but if I was a parent in that situation, I'd want to know immediately. Just let me deal with it, kind of a thing.
Okay, well, not all parents are that cool. Some parents are like, "You're gay. You're not living in this fucking house."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I totally believe there are people like that.
Oh,
sure.
I've seen the motherfuckers.
That's totally wrong too. Yeah. There you go. What if parents are homophobic?
That it's not a school's place to out your fucking kid. There's a time and a place for that kid to decide who to tell, when to tell, and how to tell.
I don't know.
I'm right.
Maybe you got to have a counseling session for the parent and go, look, we need to talk about something. It's got to be one of those things where it's like, don't go crazy on them. Don't hit them. But I want to let you know that.
There you go. You're outing that kid again. It's not your place to do that.
But he's a child. He's your child. He's somebody's child.
Yeah, but usually the dads are the ones that are have the attitudes. And my kid's not going to be gay. Not in my house. Very rare is it mom. But most of the time it's dad.
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're right. Most of the time it is. But I don't know. I feel. What do you guys think? You got kids? Would you want to know something like that, or would you be okay with the teacher counseling. Let's call it counseling. What if the counselor or the teacher is gay? And then what if the kid is just asking a question and he's just confused and he's just going through a thing that usually passes? But now you got a teacher saying, yes, you're gay. Go to the corner and blow him.
Yeah, now you got a kid just asking a common question, and the kids and the teacher's like, oh, you're fucking gay. They're jumping to fucking conclusions. I have a gay student. Now I got to call mom and dad and tell mom and dad that their kid's gay off of a question. Yeah,
but that doesn't mean he's gay. They could say, well, I think he's been confused about something. He asked me this or that, and I don't know.
He's just curious on how two people of the same sex do it.
See, and that should not be a conversation. An actual sexual conversation should not be between a kid and a teacher.
Well, that's what health class is for.
I don't know.
That's what sex ed class is for. Because if they don't get taught sex ed in school, or I guess it's called health now. Back in my day, it was sex ed.
Sex ed, yeah.
Now it's health class. If they don't get taught this in school, where are they going to learn it from? Oh, the internet. They're going to hear things from people that's not true. They're, well, Tommy and yada, yada, yada. And now all of a sudden Tommy thinks he knows everything because Billy Bob Thornton over here is talking about it. And now Tommy hears it and goes, oh, so that's what it is. And it's not. I mean, they need the education.
Don't know. Hang on.
And I think the schools need to not only do birds and bees, they need to talk about birds and bees and bees. They need to cover the whole spectrum.
Kids need to know that they have someone they can go to when they need to talk about something, when that someone is not their parent, unless they're in danger of self-harm or harming someone else. It's not anyone else's business. Not even a parent? I mean, I always insisted. I said, something's going on, you tell me everything. Everything. I don't care what the hell it is. And I know that there are homophobic parents, and the fathers will go off and be nasty. And
I mean, let's face it, my father was an asshole. He flat out, we were driving in the truck one day down the road. He turns and looks at me. He says, well, I don't guess I'm not going to get any grandkids out of you, am I? I said, no, you're not. And then the motherfucker punched me. Because we're driving down the fucking road.
Nobody gets called when a child is straight, though, right?
Oh, well, they should.
Right? Because then it just conforms to the natural, what's considered normal birds and bees, right?
Yeah. So, Mrs. Thomas, we're calling you today because your kid Billy, he's a heterosexual. We're just letting you know. You have absolutely nothing to worry about.
And the father says, what? He didn't have sex with that goat. What's heterosexual? I don't know. Helen says couldn't walk. Mean boys, dropouts would shoot us with BB guns. They couldn't get caught because they were always in different areas. We're always watching over our shoulders and felt safe. Never felt safe. Really?
Bullies.
I hate bullies. Bullies suck. I don't care what you are.
And most of the time the bullies are being bullies because they're too insecure about their own fucking sexuality, or they're too insecure about their own self-esteem. So they have to be a Debbie Downer and bring everybody else down around them.
I totally believe that. A lot of times that is the case, right?
Or my dad beats me at home, so I'm going to come to school and beat you.
Like Meta says, I would want to know, but when my child's ready. Okay, but if they're ready to talk to a teacher...
Yeah, but it's different to talk to a teacher than talking to mom. because my teacher's not going to judge me. My mom's going to judge me. Huge difference.
I think she can because she's your mom. But like parents always happen. They're mad at the beginning, and then
why should they be mad
after a little while? Because they're just upset about it. They don't know how to feel about it. Parents don't even know how to feel about it.
They have absolutely nothing to feel about it. It's my kid.
Well, they do because
my dreams that I just had for my daughter are to get married and have 37 kids are now crushed because she's going to get married to a woman and have 2 kids. What's there to get mad about?
Because you know why? Because the word gay still has a negative thing attached to it. That's why. That's why. The term gay or your kids.
Okay, so you're heterosexual. So why is it okay? And why is it okay for 2 lesbians to do what they do, and a heterosexual man loves it, and gets off on it, but it's not okay for mom to accept it, or another woman to accept it? Why can men accept it but not women?
Because
it's a fantasy.
I don't know if I have the right answer to that, but yes, it's like I used to years ago I would say, well, it's natural for a woman and a woman. It just looks natural.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look
gay.
Yeah, it looks natural for whatever that means.
But it's not natural for 2 men.
Absolutely not. It just, again, I'm one who doesn't care if you're gay. I don't care about that. But yes, seeing it's different than seeing like 2 women do it.
But now that they're starting to, and I mean, they're starting to put gay scenes in movies.
Oh, every 5 fucking minutes. Every movie on the planet has got to have somebody who's gay or trans.
Well, you can thank your fucking government for that. But how do you feel about seeing 2 men kiss or 2 men have fake movie sex?
I guess even for women, okay, like I said yesterday, the first episode of Euphoria, the first one ever, starts off with boom, the 2 girls going at it on the bed and kissing and stuff. That's how the scene opens up.
Oh, I know. I've seen the movies.
So it's like,
I think I've seen. There's 2 seasons, and I think, yeah, there's 2 seasons. I've seen all episodes of all seasons.
Yeah, the first one opens up. It opens up that way. It's like, bam! Here, we're gonna shove it in your face. This is what the show is about. And then I don't know. Am I old fashioned? Maybe. Why does every movie have to put in a trans person? And now you see, in the commercials for Dawn dish detergent or a vacuum cleaner, you got gay couples in the house, and a black dude and a white guy, or a brown and a Hispanic gay guys in the house in the commercial for a sofa, or Sprint or Verizon or whatever. It's like okay. I mean, I know that's the inclusion, right? That's what they're trying to do here, inclusion.
The government is shoving it down your throat.
And you know what? And I wouldn't care, except they're going overboard
to the extreme.
I mean, do you get me, or do I sound stupid here? I don't know. I just think it's too much.
Oh, trust me, it is too fucking
in
much.
Your face. Too much.
I mean, I'm okay with a movie scene every so often, but in everything, it's too fucking much. It is. It's too much.
Hey, Irma, welcome.
Hi, Irma.
It's been a while. Yes, it has. Yeah, so, I mean, even female sexuality, showing it on TV. The one example, every time I tell somebody, hey, have you seen the movie Flight with Denzel Washington? Remember the Plane Upside Down movie?
Oh yeah, good movie.
Do you remember the opening scene? I think it's in the first 15 seconds. A naked woman's ass walks right in front of the camera. She's butt naked completely, and it just starts. It's, you know.
Although, I am excited with them showing a lot more male frontal nudity in movies.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more of that too.
They're finally bringing that back.
I know. I guess equality, right? If we see full frontal on female, why can't we see full frontal on male?
Right.
I guess I'm not going to complain and be a hypocrite because, yes, I get it.
But is it the real thing?
That's when I go for my popcorn.
Is it the real thing, or is it a prosthetic?
Depends on the movie. Let's take an example.
Because they do put prosthetic ones over real ones.
How about Boogie Nights? Have y'all seen Boogie Nights?
Uh-huh.
With was it Mark Wahlberg, right?
All right, well, I hate to cut this short. We've been here 2 hours.
I know, right? It was only supposed to be like a 45-minute thing or not. Hey, Troy, what's up? Troy's good people. Paco, slightly heterophobic.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
All in all, and you guys that know me already for a little while know I don't give a crap if you're trans, gay, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I grew up in that environment, and to me, people are people. All I care about is whether you're an asshole or not.
There was a song, "People Are People."
Yeah, by Depeche Mode.
It was
people are people. Yeah.
Yep.
As an educator, I know how much kids can fear talking to their parents. Okay, Luna, Jennifer. For that reason, I constantly tell my own kids, "You can tell me anything. I promise I won't be mad." Thank you. That's the way it should be. That's the kind of relationship you should have with the kids, right? With your own kids.
Mom, I got Sally pregnant.
They might not want to come with you right away, but they should be able to. That's a relationship you should have with your kids. Let them know exactly that. No matter what. Bad or good, no matter what. Yeah.
It's not bad or good. It's good or bad. I mean, seriously, which sounds better? Bad or good? Good or bad?
Yeah, whatever.
Good or bad?
Look at a girl who jumped in Donna High before being bullied. Okay, so see, I don't know what happened with that. Girl jumped from the second floor to a first floor of high school inside. I thought it was a challenge.
Well, at the most, if it's only one story, she probably broke both legs and probably crushed
something with her pelvis or broken legs. I think she had broken legs.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Did they say it was because she was being bullied and she jumped? See, this goes back to talking to your kids. You got to communicate. You got to tell them, you know what? F them kids who say this or say that. Don't worry about it. Come and tell me, or you got to deal with it a certain way. You got to harden, and I don't mean to fight, but you got to harden your kids to not grow thicker skin.
See, that's just it. With the cancer, the privileged cancer, or the whatever cancer I called it earlier, they're all fucking snowflakes. They're all fucking. They have no everything bothers them because they don't know how to take comments and brush them off because we didn't teach them. We're just, oh, it's okay. Here's a candy bar. You'll be fine. Go sit down.
Yeah.
We didn't teach them. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Oh, it's going to be okay. That big old meanie. I mean.
Right? I get it. A mom can judge you? No. I think a mom can. A mom can listen and guide. I've been through hell with my oldest. Never judge him. I'm not saying judge him like in a bad. I don't mean it like that, I guess. I always see it. Hey, my mom brought me here as a kid. She always, hey, I brought you in. I'll take you out. That's how I meant it. I didn't mean that. I get what you're saying. I understand. Thanks for being that person for these kids. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. Bam. Several of my female friends watch male gay porn.
Females love watching two guys get it on.
I guess it's the same, right? As the opposite. Hey, Isabel.
Well, I'm not going there. Forget it.
Isabel,
Forget it.
what a conversation you've missed, Isabel. I don't care who you I don't care who you love. Keep your hands off the kids, the unwilling, the animals, and I'll love you as much as anywhere else.
That's the pansexuals. They love everybody, everything.
Right?
They love it all.
See, Shonda, you're pansexual. And dead people don't make whoopee with dead people. It's
Oh,
gross.
sweet Jesus. Oh, my God. What are those fucking freaks called?
Necrophiliacs.
Thank you.
There was the guy who ran over the lady. Do you see that just happened this past week? Ran her over with his car, killed her, just so he can have sex with the dead body. He dragged her into the car.
At that point, she's still warm, so it's like a living person. You got to wait till she cools off.
But she's,
That's a true necrophilia, okay? Got to wait for them to cool down.
The heck are we talking about? Yes, Euphoria. Yep. Yeah, you should have been here the last half hour. It's advertised. Yeah, it is. Let's see. That's what's coming out is, I think. Right?
No, coming out is, here I am, world! That's
so coming out doesn't necessarily mean only to your mother or only. Coming out is coming out, whether you do it to here or there or to whoever, right?
Yeah, but I mean, why bother coming out? I mean, straight people don't come out and go, oh, I'm straight. I'm going to tell the world I'm straight. Why the fuck should I come out and go, I'm gay? I think I'm just going to tell the world I'm gay.
See, and to me, why you got to come out in the first place? People are going to know or suspect, like Bam can spot a gay dude just standing there.
Well, my gaydar does need fine tuning, but I mean, the obviously gay ones like Troy Sivan, yeah, I can spot the lookers.
Gay is a new black.
Well, it is in to be gay, Isabella.
Isabel. Why are people worried with sexuality when violence in movies and TV is worse? Oh, I know, for real.
Because it goes hand in hand. You can't have sex without violence.
Have you watched The Sopranos? They blow each other's head off.
Right after I get done fucking you, I'm going to blow your brains out.
1883, scalping people. Yeah, there's a lot of freaking violence on TV. Great show. Hey, Helen, thank you. Dirk Diggler. There you go. Boogie Nights.
Yep.
Great movie. If you haven't seen it, check out Boogie Nights.
Yeah, we went from Luna, we covered everything from A to Z and back to A again. And then we went straight to, oh, you missed the hairy asses. They were in there too. Yeah,
we did cover hairy asses. Briefly, just briefly. You can go back and listen to that if you want to.
If you don't want to, that's fine too.
All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Bam, meet everybody. Everybody, meet Bam.
You caught me at my finest.
Enjoyed every minute of it, and
like I mean, Manny's known me for years. He knows I can take anything straight to sex. I mean, I can turn anything sexual.
Yeah,
it's a gift and a curse.
You know the game. What is that? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or something like that.
Never played that.
You can connect everything back. Any movie or actor, you can connect them back to Kevin Bacon somehow. Well, Bam can do that with sex.
Pretty much.
And yeah, you miss a lot, dude. We went from 800 men to everything. You name it, hairy ass.
And that's guessing. It could be maybe 749. It could be 810. It's somewhere in that area.
Give or take 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Chuck. Women shave your asses.
Well, women don't like body hair, guys. Okay, so I'm telling you right now, if you expect a man to go there, clean the carpet, just cut the grass around the trunk. Just saying.
Clean the carpet.
Shave the carpet. Hardwood floors.
Alrighty then. On that note,
trim the grass around the trunk.
Clean your carpets. Trim the grass around the trunk. It might have been too early for this kind of show,
I wasn't gonna go. Well, I really didn't go with the other one. I cut that one off. The DP one.
Yeah, you got that right.
I cut that off. We weren't going to go there.
Hey, everyone, have a great night. I'm going to be on VT Watch, and if she does go live, I'll be back on here just a little bit. So keep your ears and eyes open.
Yeah,
Bam.
might get some crackhead TV tonight there, guys.
Thanks for hanging out, Bam, buddy. It's always fun. Everybody misses you, bro. I'm glad you're back.
Well, I'm glad I could bring the motherfucker with me.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, have a good night, and I'll
Hi,
see
guys.
some of you.
One planet, one people.
That's his saying. One planet, one people. One planet, one people. Some of you, I'll see you back here just a little bit.